And Josh Allen comes to the sideline to Trubisky. What are we doing? Kind of frustrated there.
So everyone saw that. What are we doing, right, after a fourth down call? And Allen was asked about that, why he did that, why he said that on the sideline. You can see him saying it to Mitch Trubisky. Here's his answer.
On the fourth down play, it appeared on the sidelines on the TV broadcast that you might have been saying, what are we doing on that play? Was there some miscommunication, or were you just not happy with the play? Or
just frustration on my part. In a situation like that, probably should have just banged a timeout. We got the play in late. Didn't give ourselves a chance there.
Play comes in late. We didn't give ourselves a chance there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This will be the second loss in a row. They didn't lost 2 games, no, they won a game in between. But the second loss in a row where I'm going to want to live in that pause.
Yeah.
As he's deciding whether or not to say the play came in late. Yeah. We were not prepared.
Or trying to think of some other way to put it.
Right, just
other
frustrated.
Than what actually happened.
The play came in late.
Yeah.
Okay, so the offensive coordinator, you didn't get to play in time. And you couldn't get things set. You couldn't get where you wanted to be. Play came in late. Okay?
And basically then he's kind of saying, I didn't have an opportunity to change the play. Right?
If he wanted to, sure. Just didn't give ourselves a chance. He's deciding if he wants to say it, and then he's saying it. The play came in late.
Yep. Or maybe not even just change the play because he didn't like the play, but because you could have looked up and saw Texans are about to sell out to stop a run up the middle. Maybe you don't do it.
Yeah,
maybe you run something different.
If Osiris Torrance wins his block, they might be just fine.
Maybe. Didn't he get by 3 guys at the same time in the backfield?
It really is just the overhead view. It sure looked like it was just Torrance that would have been the issue. Gilliam gets out there and seals that guy, and he probably gets through. I'm no line coach, so I don't know. But anyway, 803-0550 is our phone number. It is Buffalo Bills. Football Friday. You can join us here on WGR. It wasn't all bad, but it was a lot of bad. Ray Davis, a punt return touchdown. Nice play from him. Turns out the secret to the kickoff return. The secret to a kickoff return touchdown, run into your own guy and spin off him.
Yes.
Springboard. It's kind of nice. Yeah. It kind of worked. So Ray Davis on his birthday gets a kick return touchdown. That was great. Matt Prater missed an extra point. That was not. Sal coming up at 8 o'clock. No Chris Brown today. We'll talk to him on Monday. And the Patriots can further their stranglehold on the division on Sunday when they play the Bengals in Cincinnati. However, they might have Joe Burrow for that game. 803-0550. What do you take away from it? I think you could say, and you started to allude to this, Joe, if you want to say it's an optimist's view, if you want to say it's a pragmatist's view, the idea would just be listen, they're not going to face a defense like that again unless they play Denver. There aren't that many that play like that. And if that team makes the playoffs, if Houston makes the playoffs, maybe they give some teams some trouble because of that. They could certainly take the Bills out, no doubt about that.
But the odds you would see them,
right? You're just probably not.
You're both going to be low seeds. You wouldn't play Houston until late in the playoffs.
We don't think so, unless if New England drops a couple games and all of a sudden you're home, whatever. The point is, the playoffs are match play. Who are you matching up against? You don't have to beat everybody. You have to beat who they put in front of you. And if somebody beats your biggest threat, then that's great. But it's tough. It's tougher and tougher to believe. The offense is incredibly inconsistent.
Yep.
And that's where we are.
What happened to me last night is that the division is poof. Goodbye. Division, and we'll see Sunday. Burrow's going to play right against the Patriots, and maybe they equal that out. But for now, I'm considering the division toast. So I think you're going on the road. That does not have to be the worst thing. If you really want an optimist view, you probably became less likely of playing the AFC North winner last night, right?
I don't know. It's just too far on the road.
Because 6 or 7 is a lot more likely if you're going to drop a couple more games than if you had run the table, but so did New England, and then you're guaranteed to be the 5.
Yeah. You could talk to me about that on Tuesday of next week.
Well, it's just the odds of it changed a lot last night from that happening. And there's no way that you're going to see Baltimore catch Indy in New England. So that would be the best way. Your odds of playing Baltimore in round 1 did go down yesterday. That happened.
I don't know that I agree with that. Because your odds...
What, 6 or 7's more likely, and Baltimore can't really get to 2 or 3.
No, because 5 just became more likely.
No, 5 became less likely.
No.
5 was their most likely chance, I thought.
And what was their second most likely chance?
2. The 2.
Right.
5
became more likely because 2 became less likely.
But how much? But your odds of 2 weren't that high in the first. You went down like 2%, like 10%.
I don't know. I don't really care about any of this, to be honest. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't think it's a conversation for today.
I do. I think your odds of playing Baltimore went down, and that is big.
803-0550 and 1-888-550-2550. You got to go on the road. You lost to Miami.
You're gonna have to go on the road.
You lost to Atlanta on the road. I mean, this team could. Let's go through the division winners if they're going to go on the road in the playoffs. Could they lose to Indy? Definitely.
Yep.
Could they lose to Denver? Definitely.
Yep. Could they lose to New England and Foxborough? I think
definitely.
you have to say definitely.
Right.
That.
And then the last one is Baltimore. If you're a wild card team, you have to beat 3 of those teams on the road, probably.
Yep.
Unless Kansas City comes in and knocks somebody off. Anyway, we'll get your calls in. 803-0550 and 1-888-550-2550. Bills they got smoked by 4. Can I say that? Like they got absolutely dominated on their offensive line. They lost by 4. Felt like a game they could and should have.
Not only are they losing on the road, they've lost on the road this year. And I know defenses are important here in Houston last night. It's not about Davis Mills, but the defense. But they've lost road games to Michael Penix, Tua, and Davis Mills this year. This was the team that used to they had the bad quarterbacks, right?
Yep.
Always beat the bad quarterbacks. And this year to lose 3 to guys that are not good. I mean, Mills is a backup and the other 2 are not. But this team did not used to lose to quarterbacks of that caliber.
Well,
it was rare at least.
17 days ago, Brandon Beane said he believed it was a championship roster.
McDermott didn't, though.
That's right.
The coach would not.
17 days ago, the GM said he believed it was a championship roster.
Yep.
Larry in South Florida. Hey, Larry.
Hey, good morning, guys. You asked earlier, what is your take from it? And I'll get to the point. My take is we need to change. And let's just look at some real numbers here. So, Brandon Beane in the offseason signs Joey Bosa, Larry Okeechobee, Michael Hoyt, brings back Phillips, brings back Poyer. We have all these injuries, but so does everybody else. So let's stop with that garbage. I know you guys aren't making that excuse.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the 5 draft picks, the first 5 draft picks in the draft, first 5 on defense, we don't even sniff the backup quarterback, not once, while our MVP quarterback's getting crushed. And while this is happening, he totally ignores what Josh Allen needs on offense. We have the same 5 offensive line, which is crazy. The gentleman who just gets the key to the city jumps off sides on 4th and 1, which just kills that drive. I don't know the play you're referring to when Josh said, "What are we doing here?" Luckily,
that's the 4th down when Cook got stuffed on the 4th and 1.
Yep.
Got it. The thing that I really want to congratulate is Joe Brady, because if you throw one more wide receiver screen, and I already think he's done it, you're game planned yourself out of any head coaching job, which means we're stuck with this guy again.
Oh no, they're not. They're not. I'll tell you, Larry. I don't think he's coming back no matter what. I don't think there's a scenario. I don't think there's a scenario where Sean McDermott is going to do it again with Joe Brady.
Well, I hope you're right, Jeremy, because I can't stomach this anymore. You know, Josh Allen's at the point where he's starting to get. You look like it. He's hesitant to take off. On that first hit where it looked like he got hurt, there was a window there that if he just would have put it down and gone, he would have got the first down. He probably would have got hit, but not that bad because that team is so fast. How do you not game plan to say, Josh, you can't hold the ball against this defense? It's 2-step drop, 3-step drop, boom, gone.
Yep.
You have to make that decision quickly. Sal Capaccio laid it out. You must attack up the middle. What do? Stupid wide receiver screens. So here's the problem. We're not going to get rid of Bean because Terry Bagula won't get rid of Kevin Adams. How are you going to get rid of Brandon Bean? And I have no idea what the answer is, but we are wasting Josh Allen, gentlemen.
Thanks, Larry, for the phone call.
The one difference there might be McDermott's presence. Right? McDermott's presence could make that a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like, I think every game that passes, the odds that Brady is back next season.
I think it's
I can't picture it.
I think it's definitely not happening.
How could you sell? Like, what do we think the offense would look like next year? I think it would just morph into this totally different looking thing, or they would just keep rolling out the same types of concepts and like the screens and everything would just come right back. Because that's where I think it would be. Mm-hmm. And who wants to sign up for that again? The coach also has, about play calling being too cute earlier in the year, right? Like,
sure. His comment yesterday about getting the quarterback hit. Like, think of it this way, right? If you have an offensive lineman that you can't count on because he's getting your quarterback hit, what does he do? He gets benched. Yeah. And if it goes on long enough, he's gone. What you have with this situation is an offensive coordinator. I mean, I know it's not directly his fault Allen's taking all these hits, but hey, you run the offense and our quarterback is getting lit up. Yeah. You don't have answers for that? His third down sack rate is being sacked on 15% of his third downs.
That's the craziest number I've heard today.
Yeah.
15%.
15% of his third downs. He's being sacked. Like,
that's nuts.
The numbers last year, you know what that number was last year? 4%.
Man.
More than
triple.
Almost quadruple. From 4 to 15, almost 16% of his dropbacks on third down is being sacked. He'd never touched 15% before. In his rookie season, it was 11. In his second season, it was 12. It is at 15. And if you are the offensive coordinator and you can't protect my billion-dollar guy over there, you got to go. And I don't know what their plan is to protect him. Is it to run more? Every time they lose like this, what do we get to? You know what it's got to be? It's got to be an offensive run through James Cook.
They, have that this year. They have that this year. Right? Like, he passed 1,000 yards last night.
I know. It's
the 11th game of the season. He's over 1,000. They're doing it. They can't really run much more, right?
Or much better, right?
Like, is there a pivot the other way? Is it, well, we did do this and we thought it was working, but maybe actually it is more about giving him quick options that get open? That man, if you really want them to believe or go back to, man, maybe we need to make receiver our fastball again. Maybe it is trying everything else and Allen getting pummeled throughout an entire year to kind of beat them into, okay, maybe we should do this.
Yeah. According to OptaStats, Josh Allen's the first quarterback. We got a lot of Josh Allen's the first quarterback in NFL history to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of good and bad. First quarterback in NFL history to account for 6 touchdowns in one start and then 0 in his next. Since Tommy Kramer in 1986 with the Vikings. Apparently he did that.
Okay.
From 6 to 0.
Can't be many opportunities for that.
Anthony in Long Island. Hey, Anthony, good morning.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
Dude, the GM's killing me, man. He came on your show and was talking about how he doesn't need wide receivers, and now midseason we're going outside McCole Hardman and not drafting guys. It's just, gosh, there's nobody to throw the ball to. I know you guys didn't think this game was a big deal, but we don't have anybody to take off the top. So he's just running around for his life, and the roster construction's just been poor. We've been chasing DNs forever, signing old guys that just, I don't know. Nobody's getting home. And it's, I think it's on Beam now.
Thanks, Anthony.
I got some numbers for you on time to throw from yesterday, because I thought watching the game, it seemed like that it was happening faster. That Anderson and Hunter were just this wasn't just the receivers are taking forever to get open and Allen's trying to buy time. Like, there were a couple of those.
Yeah.
But it was more of, no, the tackles just got beat clean. Ryan Vandermark tackled a guy at one point. Was that Anderson? Because he got through like in a flash.
I did laugh at that holding penalty. They showed the replay.
Unbelievable throwing penalty.
It was hilarious. And, credit Ryan Vandermark because might as well take the penalty because the guy was going to destroy Josh Allen.
Did you see the ref on that play? Watch that back and watch the ref. I think I only saw it the once on the one replay, but I thought he didn't look like he wanted to throw the flag. It was a big spot. Was it third down?
I think so.
It was a big spot late in the game. I don't think he wanted to call holding, and it looked like he kind of hesitates. Like, it's so egregious. I have to. I have to throw this flag. He tackled him. You want to compare it to the Miami game? The Miami game, Allen time to throw. How long it took him to throw the ball? 3.53.
Yeah.
In this game yesterday, he was at 2.55. A full second difference from what it looked like in the Miami game. So you had 2 games where he was getting hit a lot and getting sacked, and maybe you had 2 very different reasons. I think one of them you could more squarely blame guys weren't getting open. Yesterday, it would have had to be quicker. Like Gabe Davis and Shavers and Palmer, like they would have had to been getting open a lot faster than the guys against Miami did.
803-0550. We'll continue to take your phone calls. 1-888-550-2550. We've talked a lot about Josh. We'll call it Eye on the Quarterback, brought to you by Great Lakes Building Systems. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Our business is protecting your business. He got sacked 8 times and lost 70 yards. That stadium, flashbacks, right? Turning, running backwards, you can't do it. I don't know how you ever think you could do it against that team. Anyway, tough one. Tough one for Allen. He ran on a 3rd and 13. Where was the rest of that?
He did, yes.
Were there no other opportunities to run?
Did you think he slid too early on that play?
A little bit.
I thought they weren't going to give it to him.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. Chris is in San Antonio and on with us. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Look, I love this team more than my cholesterol levels love our chicken wings back home there. But we've hit the moment where hope isn't a strategy anymore. It's literally a coping mechanism. Jeremy, you rightly tweeted out last night the holes that this team has, and I'm sure we could add a few more. But every week we're slapping more and more patches on this boat. The defense has holes that you can drive a snowplow through. The offense looks like it's playing musical chairs without the music and the chairs. And to be honest, the MVP last night, and deserves the arrow up, is the blue tent operator. How sad is that? I agree with Larry, who was one of the previous callers. Our owner, I feel like, is in the witness protection program in 2 different leagues. We need a one Buffalo cleansing press conference to rid ourselves of the GMs in both organizations so that we can move forward. But here's the question. Given the holes that we have, a rebuild is going to be needed, and that rebuild will take 2 to 3 years. Is it right to have Josh, who is in his prime, who's in his window, while we're looking more like a construction zone that needs help? Is it right to ask him to stick around for that?
Yes. I mean, Chris, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
The idea they're 2-3 years, I mean, listen, you can be upset, but they're not 2 to 3 year of rebuild away.
No.
Not even. I mean, New England last year picked 3rd.
And now they're going to be the 1 seed.
Yeah, it's absolutely not. They're not. They don't need a rebuild. They need better decisions. They need better coaching. They might need a new offensive coordinator. They definitely need some. Here's what they need. Ready? I'm going to give it. It's November 21st. Here's everything they need. They need 2 receivers. They need a new starting linebacker. They need a nickel cornerback, and they might need some young stud offensive linemen in the middle to replace McGovern and Osiris Torrance. If Torrance leaves and they don't want to pay him, they need defensive linemen.
Yeah.
They need some edge rushers that come cheap and are surprising.
They need to also not be counting on so many guys where I'm watching the 2019 Bills-Texans playoff game, and I saw the same people playing last night trying to make stops. I saw them not be able to stop a team from Houston 6 years ago. And last night, I got Milano and Taron Johnson both not being able to wrap up behind the line of scrimmage on a 4th down.
Right.
Or maybe one of them was the 3rd down.
Right. What I need next,
Johnson was a 4th down.
What I need next year is not the 3 practice squad guys that you sign as, well, they know the system. We think like, really, wow, these guys are on the practice squad. Don't worry, they're not going to play. They all play.
Right, they get in.
Jordan Phillips, Jordan Poyer, Gabe Davis. All are upgrades from things they had. They needed those players to be better. They need a good draft. They need a really good draft. We went to this offseason, the entire mindset of this offseason was not about like, oh, they need a receiver 1. It was they need more great players. That's what they're going to need, some great players. And I guess this offseason, who'd that bring? Nobody for this year. Cole Bishop is
Bosa's close.
Bosa might be close.
Yeah.
Cole Bishop has appeared to me to turn into a great player. Good to great player. I think Cole Bishop continues to be great.
Yep, he was great last night.
He got his revenge on Nico Collins for last year's bomb.
I cannot believe Collins stayed up. Did you see the tackle Bishop made after?
It's an amazing play.
It was. I don't know if anyone. Okay, so you noticed.
They showed it on the broadcast. Yeah,
Collins was maybe going to run away there.
Yeah,
and Bishop had the wherewithal while he's down to make this weird little motion with his arm to trip him up. Yeah, he saved maybe a lot more. Did they score on that drive anyway, though? Was that the end of half drive?
It's a blur.
Whatever. Bishop's been great. He was great again yesterday, I thought.
Allen picked off twice.
I'm looking right now, by the way, for the last time Allen had a lower number in time to throw than he did last night, and I'm midway through last season and I haven't found it.
Well, That would
So it's
fit.
been a long time.
That would fit. The Texans got to Allen without having to blitz.
That's
And
the other thing.
That's the thing. This team is for
There it is. Week 10 of last year. It was
Okay.
the lowest time to throw for Allen since week 10 of last season.
A couple times this season we've seen they don't have answers against the blitz, and last night they didn't have answers against just that pass rush. And that comes down to personnel, of course, but like the coordinator. The coordinator, he had a great year last year, right? A lot of positive scripts, and like right now it is just kind of gone. It really feels like he's been found out and doesn't have answers. And whether it's Chris Collinsworth, Nate Tice, Benjamin Solak, you name it, any Twitter NFL analyst is saying, like, they kind of run the same stuff all the time. They're super predictable. And if they know that, the good defensive coordinators are going to know that. 8030550. More of your phone calls.